G'day and welcome back to Australia's best classic mini YouTube channel, Tomo's Tune-Ups. On this episode, I'm going to show you how to install a set of front tyre bar bushes to your classic mini. Alright, first step we need to do is jack up the car. So here's Tomo's tech tip. Don't do what I did with the Morris 850 and jack up off the sump. This will destroy your engine mounts and give you more work to do for yourself. So instead, jack up off the subframe here where the tyre bar meets the subframe. Once the vehicle is jacked up, place a jack stand under each side of the subframe along the flat part here and lower the jack. Once it's on jack stands, remove the jack and we're safe to work on the vehicle. Now to replace these bushes, they are quite simple to do. The reason I'm changing them is because I want to upgrade the bushes that are in my car currently. The ones that I've chosen to go with are Super Pro, an Australian built polyurethane bush. So to do this job, it is quite simple. All you need to do is jack up the vehicle and remove this nut just here. You're going to need a 5/16 spanner or a ratcheting spanner, even a socket depending how much room you have access to, but chances are a spanner will do the job. Alright, so once you've undone it, you likely won't be able to undo this with your hand because it is a nylock nut. Nylock prevents the nut coming loose, so we're going to move that off to the side. Now, at the front, like I've shown you on videos before, in the top right hand corner, I'll put a link in the description on how to build a front subframe. You're going to have a washer to begin with, followed by a bush. On the back side of it, you're going to have a bush followed by another washer. You want to make sure that you reuse these, otherwise it's going to crush the bush and then the bush is going to go straight through the nut and then you're going to cause problems. Alright, so like I've shown on previous videos before, don't be like me and put the bolt coming from the top, otherwise you'll find it'll be super difficult to be able to remove it to get the tie bar out. Alright, once it's loose, it'll then come straight out. You're just going to slide the bush off there. Actually, it doesn't have a washer on the back because this is already built into the tie bar. Now, this is an extendable tie bar, so it allows you to have full adjustment of caster. So these are a really good, cheap, easy upgrade that you can do to your vehicle when you got it out. Alright, grab the new packet, just rip it open. Did a really poor job of that. Good work. Try from the other side. Yep, did the exact same on there. Alright, there we go. Now, before we go any further, the part number for this is Sierra Papa Foxtrot 0058 K for Kilo or Koala if you're an Aussie down under. If you want to use this kit, that is the part number you need. Now, inside the kit, it comes with some installation grease and 4 rubbers. We're obviously just going to be using 2 rubbers on either side. All we need to do is grab the installation grease, tear it open, and then we're just going to put a little bit of grease on the inside. That way, it'll ensure it goes in there easily, smoothly, and won't create any dramas down the track. Sometimes if you put a bush in dry, it will become quite noisy relatively quickly. If you put it in there, first thing it's going to do is push it straight out. So what you can do is just grease the bottom of the shaft just here where the bush is going to be running. Now, you've got to make sure you fit it the right way. It does have a lip on the outside here, so I'm not sure if you can see there. I'll try and zoom in, but there is a step. The step needs to be able to face forward, and then the one on the outside needs to face inward. So, really good way to know is that both steps face each other. Once you fit it, we're then just going to refit it to the vehicle. Now, making sure that you put the bolt from the bottom going through the top. Alright, once you put it through, put the nut and the washer on the other side, tighten it up, and then we can reinstall the other bush. Now we'll need to hold the other side with a spanner, so that'll be fine for now. Alright, so the same thing again, you're just going to grab your installation grease and just apply it around the outside of the tie bar. That'll just help the bush to go on smoothly and prevent any premature wear and noises. Alright, so once it's on, you're then just going to grab the bush and make sure that both of the steps face each other on either side. Grab the nut and the washer, and then start the reassembly process. Alright, once it's on, nip it up, and then ensure that you tighten both the nut and the bolt down the bottom. Alright, so that's it. That's how you install a set of front tie bar bushes to your classic Mini. Make sure once you finish doing one side, you then go do the other side, jack the car back up, take the axle stands out, retension everything, make sure everything's all good. If it is, take it for a quick lap around the block and then go see your nearest wheel liner. This will ensure that even though they may not do any adjustments or they need to make any adjustments with it, it is going to ensure that you're going to get the best tyre life from your tyres. As always, guys, thanks heaps for watching. We got a couple of really good episodes coming up soon. We got a adventure coming up as well. If I haven't already posted it in the section above, it will be coming out shortly. We're going to do something called the Rollston Classic, which is a classic mini adventure that we're going to be doing with over 170 classic minis, all the way up to the Central Coast of New South Wales, through the Hawkesbury, all the way up through Bells-Honor Road, and then finishing up at Rollston that night, driving through to the one and only Mount Panorama at Bathurst, New South Wales, for a couple of hot laps, and then heading home. So until then, guys, like always, stay COVID safe, and we'll see you right here on another episode of Tomo's Tune-Ups.